Hey guys, hoping all is well with everyone. So in this video, I am really excited to share my next video series with you guys. This video series is for all the animal lovers out there. So this is going to be a little bit different from the read-alongs that I have done in the past because this is not a particular book. It's more of an encyclopedia kind of idea. So about 2 decades ago, there was a program that you could purchase that was international, and it was called the Wildlife Fact Files. This is a really cool thing that you could build over time. You would get some fact cards in the mail, and the fact cards looked just like this. Each animal fact card comes with the name of the animal, its taxonomy, a description, and then it goes really in depth into a lot of their habitats, conservation, anatomy, physiology, feeding habits, and things like that. So it's really cool, and I'm gonna be reading these to you guys. So if there's any particular animal you want to learn about, please don't hesitate to let me know. But there's different categories of animals with these wildlife fact files. There's mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, fish, insects and spiders, primitive animals, extinct animals, and then it even goes into like conservation and behavior. So these are really cool ways to kind of learn about animals that you're interested in. So I'm gonna go and read kind of through each card. And then as we go kind of forward, I'm going to find different creative ways to kind of decide which category we'll talk about next, because mammals is just one of 11 groups. But to introduce to you our card today, this is the African elephant. Its taxonomy, its class is the Proboscidea. The order is the Elephantantae. The family is the Loxodonta africana. And the description says, although the African elephant is the largest and most powerful of all living land mammals, it is also among the most gentle, living in peaceful family units. Now, one thing I want to kind of mention too is the wording of these fact cards is for a general audience and also for a younger one too. So they can be a little anthropomorphic, which means that they put a lot of human-like emotion into the behavior of some animals. So like if animals are like saying that they're gentle, that can be a little generalized. But for the most part, these are very accurate. So we'll go ahead and talk about the African elephant in a little bit more detail. Essentially an animal of open grasslands, the African elephant is adaptable enough to live happily in a variety of habitats with its sub-Saharan African homeland. But wherever it lives, the elephant never strays far from a supply of drinking and bathing water. Habits. Elephants are social animals with strong family ties. So close are the relationships that they even bury their dead with twigs and leaves. They also grieve over their loss, staying by the grave for many hours. Cows, female elephants, and their calves live in family units under the leadership of a mature female, to whom every other member of the group is related. Young bulls, male elephants, are driven from the family when they reach puberty to live in separate bachelor herds. Adult bulls live alone and join a family unit only briefly when a female is ready to mate. Herds may wander great distances, but they never move far from water. Elephants like baths every evening, so they stay close to an available pool or stream. They'll make do with a shower, squirted from the trunk, if water is scarce. After bathing, they coat their skin in dirt for protection from insects. Communication. When elephants are foraging for food out of sight out of another, they communicate by making rumbling noises similarly to gargling. If an elephant senses possible danger, it will alert the others by stopping the noise. Conflicts between elephants are communicated by a threat display in which the superior will twirl its trunk or throw dust into the air. Sometimes an elephant will also make the trumpeting noise for which it is famous. The display is also used to warn enemies. If its signals are ignored, the threatened elephant may charge at its attacker. But charges are rarely carried through. At the last moment, the elephant either stops short or turns aside. So this picture I'm going to show you is all elephants like to bathe daily and will immerse themselves completely if the water is deep enough. So that's going to be this picture right here. Okay. Couple of did you knows. Elephants will eat up to 500 pounds of vegetation a day and drink up to 40 gallons of water at a time. An elephant can walk faster than man, maintaining a steady speed of 5 to 5.5 miles per hour. A herd on the march can easily cover a distance of 50 miles a day. When water is scarce during the dry season, elephants will dig for water in the sandy bed of a river that has stopped flowing. The largest tusk ever recorded was 10 feet long and weighed nearly 230 pounds. Breeding. Elephants mate when they are 14 or 15 years old. Courtship involves a display of affection between the cow and bull in which they caress each other with their trunks. A single calf, standing about 33 inches high and weighing approximately 250 pounds, is born 22 months later. The calf is suckled for at least 2 years and remains in the family unit after birth of its mother's next calf. A cow usually gives birth about every 4 years and will often have 2 or 3 calves with her at the same time. Cows defend their young vigorously, charging any intruders. Food and feeding. Elephants are entirely vegetarian. They eat a wide variety of grasses, foliage, fruit, and small branches and twigs. They gather food with the aid of their trunk and then place it into their mouths. The few teeth elephants have are used to grind their food. Once an elephant has lost all of its teeth, usually around the age of 70, it can no longer feed itself and it dies of starvation. Elephants have gigantic appetites. Night, early morning, and evening are their favorite eating and drinking times, but they also eat all day on the move. Here's a couple of other pictures. Key facts. Sizes. Height for males is 10 feet to shoulder. Females are slightly smaller. Weight. Males are up to 6 tons. Females up to 4 tons. Breeding. Sexual maturity is at 14 to 15 years old. Mating is at any time. Gestation is 22 months. Number of young is usually 1 calf. So they are identified as what you call case strategists. It means that they're only going to sire 1 calf at a time because the parental investment goes entirely into the 1 offspring. Lifestyle. Habits. Live together in family units. Adult males are solitary. Calls. A throaty rumbling as constant communication or loud trumpeting when angry. Diet. Entirely vegetarian. Grass, foliage, fruit, branches, twigs. Lifespan is about 70 years old. Related species. The slightly smaller Asian elephant, Elephas indicus. And then the range and distribution of the African elephant. The distribution is in most parts of Africa, south of the Sahara. Conservation. The African elephant is now endangered. Hunting is banned, but poaching for ivory is still widespread. In Kenya alone, numbers have been reduced from 150,000 to 30,000 in the last 10 years. Gamekeepers are most powerless against the sophisticated machine guns used by poachers. So again, these numbers are not entire. They have changed. So they could have they were much more accurate just when these cards were distributed. But regulations and laws have changed, so just keep that in mind. And then the special features of the African elephant: anatomy and physiology. Ears, used as fans to create stream of air over the animal's body. Trunk, used for breathing and smelling, as an extra limb for picking up food, browsing in tall branches, drinking, and bathing. Feet, underside soft and cushioned so it can carry its great weight almost noiselessly. Teeth, only 4 functional teeth 12 inches long, 1 in each quarter of jaw. They can be replaced 6 times. Tusks, elongated incisor teeth that continue to grow throughout the elephant's lifetime. And so here's the back picture of some of the distribution and range and some of the anatomy and physiology. And that, my friends, is the African elephant. I hope you guys enjoyed this first card of the Wildlife Fact File series, and again, I'm going to kind of be creative with how I choose the next categories, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any requests on any animals that you would like to hear about, I'd be more than happy to share them with you, but as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please take good care and be safe.